Welcome, beloved Sangha, to our series on the Serkhangma Prayer Commentary by Venerable Khenpo Tenzin. We will begin today's session in our yellow Buddhist Guardian Institute prayer book, page 4 and page 5, with opening prayers. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Tongkwe doje shaje zonro jinja mada doje ponjang pa surje lombo tabra jipega shaje jarbe jadong janzar dorjen janje de lo naro da maba mala juje gambo pa Mahamudra pa jawan dogong Kajyo lama namje dajo je danandana zara tamje do lama laba la ye jizo zo la san yon din jam zo nga la wan ten zhe ton chen zhe pe ge le zor zhen jin zaba lama je je go zon do je shen la da 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 ge ju lan pe de da ge ten ba dan sun je je ton jia jian po Nubara Zinje Labdo Zor Dage Lo Chizan Ruwar Zinje Labdo Zor Che Lam Ten Ruwar Zinje Labdo Zor Lam Chuba Zebar Zinje Labdo Chuba Yishi Zinje War Zinje Labdo Zor Gange Tinjen Rewan Jong Gagwa Me Ba Che Me Ba Che Ba Me Ba Ta Me Ba Wa Me Ba Ro Me Ba Tade dume dunje me drupanye je je den ba zo busanje mananje tamba den la janzar tu. Grant your blessings so that my mind may be one with the Dharma. Grant your blessings so that the Dharma may progress along the path. Grant your blessings so that the path may clarify confusion. Grant your blessings so that I may transform confusion into wisdom. Hello, many Tashdele, the Dharma brothers and sisters. Today we continuously discuss or teach and teach and listen on the Golden Temple. So, as you well know, teaching Dharma, listening Dharma, reflecting on Dharma and meditating on Dharma. This is how we practice Dharma, and how we progress Dharma, and how we benefit others through Dharma, and how we accumulate merit through Dharma. Only that's all. We don't have much to do more than this, because through this way we get great merit, and we accumulated great merit, and at the same time then we have a great benefit. So first I would like to share a story. Perhaps this is not so much related to Golden Temple teaching, but it is quite related to our merit. So if something related to our merit, then this is related to Golden Temple teaching. However, so this story is pretty funny story. But let's see. So this story is a pretty new story. I heard this just recently. So one morning, Rinpoche came to the Lama house from his retreat hut, and we ate breakfast. He asked me if I wanted him to tell a story. I said yes, I wanted that. Then Rinpoche said, there was a poor single man near his forest village. There was a tiger to whom the village people had to feed a person once a year. So it would not attack them. And then in that year, it was the turn of the poor single man to be fed to the tiger. It was the custom of the village to have a celebration honoring the person who was going to be fed to the tiger, giving them good food on that night. On the night that was the poor single man's time to be fed to the tiger, the village people invited him to dinner. He was poor, so they looked down on him. So cook a ice momo. Ice momo is usually they cooked very good food for other people who were to be fed, right? Fed. But for the poor single man's dinner is ice momo. So they took the ice momos from the container, and ice was already melted, so the bread was wet. it dropped on the fire and made the sound. Sar, sar. Of course, the water drop on the fire, then this sound comes, right? Then the cook asked the poor single man, "Are you afraid of the tiger?" He replied, "No, I am not afraid of the tiger, but I am afraid of sar sar," this sound, which meant that he was unhappy with the food and the actions of the villagers. At that time, the tiger was right outside, waiting to eat the poor man, and he heard what the poor man said. Then the tiger was surprised and thought, "Everyone is afraid of me, but this poor single man is not." But he said he is afraid of Sar Sar. So, what could that be? And the tiger was worried about Sar Sar. So the tiger wondered about that and grew a little bit nervous. And then the tiger saw the moon rising over the mountain. Then the tiger thought, perhaps Sar Sar is that. Moon rising in the east mountain side. Then he thought, perhaps Sar Sar is that. And at that moment, the poor man, poor single man, came out to be eaten. So he saw the tiger, but the tiger's body was half in the shadow and half in the moonlight. So poor single man thought the tiger was a spotted cow. The poor man thought he would raid the cow and jumped on its back to get away from the tiger. The tiger, however, was already afraid and thought that Sar Sar was attacking him. So he ran as fast as he could. And then the poor man realized that he was raiding the tiger. He looked for a way to get down, and he saw a big rope hanging in the moonlight. He grabbed the rope, but actually it was a large snake who also ate the villagers. The snake was disturbed and bite the tiger, and then fought, and they both died. Then this poor single man, skinned the tiger and returned to his village. So the villagers thought that the poor man had special powers. So they made him the ruler of the village. So this story is it is actually generally generous to story, but what we have to understand through this story is so someone who has great merit. Then the first, if one is poor condition, poor, and almost ready to feed the tiger or whatever. So, but still, the family who became king. So, merit is like that. We cannot judge about physical condition and colors and background, whether rich or poor. We cannot judge because merit is a result of the karma, karma of virtues. So when it is ready to ripen, then it will this result will occur, as we shared about the story of a poor man who became king. So now we are listening Dharma and teaching Dharma and practice on it. So sometimes we cannot feel that we have a great benefit, but these benefits sometimes it will take time to ripen, because always let us know that everything is related cause and effect and condition. So when these three things gathering together, and then everything possible. Of course, we have right now we have a dualistic perception, we have egoistic mind, and we have the defilements and afflictive emotions, but sooner or later we will become Dharmakaya. So if we looking from far away, then this ordinary mind and Dharmakaya is totally different. But they are not different. They are not different because they are same nature. So that's the when we see them difference at that time, then the Dharmakaya nature state of mind of Dharmakaya does not give us benefit, but the ordinary thoughts and ordinary mind give us a lot of sufferings. But when we recognize that ordinary mind and Dharma nature state of mind or Dharmakaya, they are no different. When we understand that, at the same time we will liberate. Liberate means we free from suffering. So, but we cannot understand without cause and effect, without cause and condition. So that's why this understanding Dharmakaya or understanding nature state of mind is related on our merit, cause and effect and conditions. So that's why we are doing this this job, or we are practicing through this way. And during okay, so then today we already discussed about the prostration, branch of prostration, And then today we will discuss on the branch of offering. Then these there are 4 categories of offerings for worshipping the Buddha: outer, inner, secret, and ultimate. So today we will discuss on outer offering, but we already started the last Tuesday. We started to discuss discussed on there, and then today we will continuously discuss on there. So when these the outer offering, there are things that can be seen when we offer. We don't offer only single things, but we offer multiple things that are clean and pure. In the root text where it says, actually I called it root text already in the last Tuesday. So among these root text, it says, oceans of emanated offerings to you delight the victorious ones. This means that the victorious ones are happy because we are making the offerings for the sake of all mother sentient beings. At that moment, we give rise to bodhicitta, and the Buddhas know that and feel delight. When the Buddhas are happy, their blessings radiate to the minds of sentient beings. Through these offerings, we can make the Buddhas happy, and thus their blessings reach the minds of sentient beings. In this way, our offerings fill the space of the Dharma Dhatu. We make this offering unceasingly, not just once. In the King of Aspiration prayers, it says, I conceive the entire realm of truth to be completely filled with the enlightened ones. On each atom, I imagine there to be as many Buddhas as atoms in the world, each Buddha surrounded by many Bodhisattvas. When we make these offerings, we should make them to countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And our offerings are also infinite. For example, in each atom, there are infinite Buddhas, and we make infinite offerings to each of them. This is called the Samantabhadara offering. Now we come to the specific offerings. The root text says, from the heart palace of the great being radiates the light of immeasurable bodhicitta. Thus, in all the pure lands of the 10 directions, innumerable beautiful offering goddesses manifest holding water, flowers, incense, lamps, supreme saints, and food. From the cloud banks of offerings rain falls, delighting the victorious ones of the three times, thereby filling the spheres of realms. I make offerings to the victorious ones of the three times. At first, Mahamudra instructed Lord Jigten Sungu to not make Vajrayana offerings. Later, Mahamudra instructed him to practice Vajrayana offerings. And finally, Mahamudra told Lord Jigten Sungu that he must practice Vajrayana offerings. Now we come to the Vajrayana offering session. Here oneself is visualized as the Yadam deity and becomes the great beings. Great being. There are 22 visualizations. First, visualize oneself as a Yadam deity from your heart palace. Radiates brilliant white light. From this light radiate countless beautiful white goddesses. Chuyuma. Usually we say Argam, right? This. Each holds a jeweled vessel in their hands. The vessel is filled by water that has the 8 qualities: clean, cool, soothing for the stomach, soothing for the throat, sweet, light, soft, free from impurities. They offer this water to the Guru Vajradhara and the infinite Buddhas. Not only one time, but unceasingly. Whoever sees the goddesses offering this water to the Buddhas purifies the 3 obscurations and can attain Buddhahood. The water fills the sky like clouds, and then it rains down on the earth and forms points. Whoever sees this feels joyful in their mind. Okay, so these often we recite through the 8 mantras from Agampadam and so on. So, as I mentioned, Dharma practice means teaching, listening, reflecting, and meditating. So that's where we often hear about these teachings. So we should visualize for little while in this part first. So then this benefit is benefit or the reason is we prepared something today, and then we put it into the action tomorrow. This is not so great way to practice. Practice means we should do at the same time. Usually when gurus give us vows, so it has great benefits and it has great merit. That means the reason is we do at that moment. For example, guru say it, you think it, you visualize it, something like, and then we do it. That's where it has a great benefit. And also, if we visualize in this 22 visualizations step by step, then we connect with our Yadam deities. Otherwise, sometimes our Yadam deities are always remain on the wall. We are on the cushion, so between there have a distance. So we just faith in Yadam deities, sometimes supplicate, but we do not visualize that much. So then the siddhis are quite hard to occur in our mind. So however, if we visualize for a little while, and then our mind and Yadam deity's mind are getting closer and closer. So then finally we can merge, or we can erase Yadam deities from in our mind or from our mind. So in this case, you visualize yourself as the Yadam deity. So you we don't do one Yadam deity. I don't recommend to you this. You visualize this Yadam deity. Okay, so you all wonderful practitioners. So you all have individual Yadam deities. If you don't have a particularly individually Yadam deity, it doesn't matter then Avalokiteshvara or Tara or then Manjushri or then other Chakasamvara or Vajikilaya, or there are thousands of Yadam deities. So Amitabha or whatever, so you can visualize it instantaneously. Probably you have empowerment already, so you received empowerment already, so that's where you instantaneously yourself visualize as your Yadam deity, and then do as I already mentioned, from your heart chakra radiate, and then many beautiful white goddesses, their name is Chuyoma. So then each holds a jeweled vessel in their hands, and then the vessel filled with by water, and that has the add qualities, and so and then you offer them to the Yadam Buddhas of 10 directions and 3 times, and Yadam deities, especially your guru, especially you offer this your guru, because your guru is embodiment of all the Yadam deities and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and Sanghas too. So and Sangha too. That's why. However, guru means essence of 3 roots, which are Guru, Yadam, and Dakini. The Guru is unified of 3 jewels, which are Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and Guru is the nature of 3 kayas, 4 kayas, Dharma kaya, Sambhoga kaya, Nirmana kaya, Sobhavika kaya. So if you offer this offer to your guru, that means you offer to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and Yadam deities. So let us visualize for a little while. Okay. Okay, so especially if someone mm, who listen the mandala practitioner who listen this part, then this is a very helpful to visualize helpful to practice mandala offering. However, the here specifically explain about the individual offerings. So during the mandala also mentioned all of these offerings. So then there's both same practice. So this is important. And then again visualize that your heart palace radiates brilliant light. From this light radiate countless beautiful white goddesses. Metoma. Metoma means each holds beautiful flowers like mandara flowers. The goddesses and flowers fill all of space, and the goddesses offer the flowers to the Buddha's eyes unceasingly. Whoever sees these flowers purifies the three obscurations and can attain Buddhahood. The flowers become like clouds filling the sky, and then rain down and cover the earth. Lord Jigten Sungkun said that if we offer now in this way, then when we become enlightened, our pure land will be filled with flower offerings like this. What is the reason that flowers grow on the earth? These can be explained according to the sutaras or the tantras. According to the sutaras, when Buddha Shakyamuni in a previous life first made the commitment to generate bodhicitta, he offered the flowers to the Buddhas, to his Buddhas and to his guru. That's why flowers now grow on the earth in this eon. According to the tantras, outer and inner are of one essence. Inside of our Vajra body, we have the essence of 5 elements. For example, the 5 organs are 5 element flowers. The liver is the earth flower. The lungs are water flowers. The heart is the fire flower. The spleen is the wind flower. The kidneys are space flowers. The 5 essence are also 5 flowers. The eyes are earth flowers. The ears are wind flowers. The nose is the space flower. The tongue is the fire flower. The body is the water flower. The inner and outer flowers are of the same essence. Also, according to the sutaras, the essence of the elements are flowers. The essence of fire is red. The essence of earth is yellow. The essence of water is white. The essence of wind is blue. The essence of the 4 elements is goddess flowers. In the spring season, the fire element increases and the earth warms up. Red flowers grow. Then slowly the earth element increases and yellow flowers grow. In the summer, the water element increases and white pundaruka flowers grow. In fall, the wind element increases and blue flowers grow. There are two reasons to offer flowers. The first is to attain Buddhahood, and the second is to accomplish the four activities of this life. For the first, the essence of whatever we offer to the Guru, who is the essence of all the Buddhas, is the ultimate bodhicitta. Lord Jigten Sungkung said that when we realize the essential nature of the offerings, the Guru and our mind, they are all in the nature of a Buddha. When we make offerings with this realization, then whatever we wish for will be accomplished. He also said that making offerings in this way purifies three obstacles. Outer obstacles such as demons, inner obstacles such as physical sickness, and so on, and secret obstacles such as destruction of samadhi. He also said that when we make offerings to the Guru, offering flowers is very important. In his monastery at Dugong, many flowers grew in the summer, and he told his attendants to gather them and to make various arrangements from them. Through these inner, outer, and secret auspicious circumstances were created. The second reason for offering flowers is to accomplish the four activities of this life. For example, if one becomes seriously sick, one can visualize one's Guru as white Vajrayana and offer many beautiful and fragrant white flowers, braided into a circle facing east. If one then supplicates to recover from the disease, one will certainly recover. Once when Lord Jigten Sungkung was in the Lapchi, he had a disciple who had a lot of blood come from his nose. The disciple used mantras and medicine, but nothing stopped the bleeding. At that time, Lord Jigten Sungkung gave this instruction to his disciple. He said that if the instruction didn't cause the disciple to recover, then he would never teach it again. However, the instruction did work, and the disciple recovered. Then Lord Jigten Sungkung said that this instruction is the power of mantra, the power of medicine, the power of realization, and auspicious interdependence. He also said that when you practice the four activities of peace, increase, and so forth. There are there are specific practices. The one just described is for the activity of peace, for the activity of increase. Visualize your guru as Rana Sambhava, yellow in color, and collect many yellow flowers and arrange them into a half circle facing south. If one then supplicates for increase of lifespan, wealth, or whatever you wish, then the wish will be accomplished. Okay. The third activity is magnetizing. Visualize your guru as Amitabha, red in color, and collect red flowers and arrange them into a square facing west. Whatever magnetizing activities you wish for, such as overpowering the elements, will be accomplished. The elemental separates will do whatever you wish. The fourth activity is Rat. Visualizing your guru as Amangasiddhi, green in color, and collect green flowers and arrange them into a triangle. Facing north, whatever wrathful activities you wish for will be accomplished. Offering flowers brings both temporary and supreme merit. The temporary merit is that in this life, people will give you many beautiful flowers, and you will have a beautiful environment. In the next life, you will have a strong, healthy, and attractive body. The supreme merit is that when you become enlightened, gods and goddesses will offer inconceivable flowers to your pure land. Nowadays, we travel around many different places and see many beautiful flowers in gardens, mountains, and so forth. Without collect them, we can mentally visualize them in the various designs and offer them to our Guru Vajradhara. This is a special way to accumulate vast merit. Each time we offer flowers to our Guru, we spontaneously remember him and are not separate. If we can do that, our teaching, the Serkhangma, and listening to it become useful. The path instructions say to keep the Guru in the mind and the instructions in the heart without forgetting them. If you can remember the Guru in a moment, then the merit is greater than visualizing thousands of Buddha statues or tankas in front of you. This is said in the He Vajra Tantra. The He Vajra Tantra also says, unspoken by others, the core emergence cannot be found anywhere. Be it known that it is found by following the Guru for an extended time and by your own merits. The core emergence is of your mind and appearances. The extended time means that you follow the Guru for a long time, and then the Guru's instruction brings you to enlightenment. It is the Guru who brings about the end of samsara. It also depends on your own merit. Spending time with the Guru doesn't necessarily mean spending time physically with the Guru. It means being mindful of the Guru. When we see beautiful flowers, then we can practice and accomplish these instructions from the He Vajra Tantra. So now we stop here for a little while and we visualize metoma, this part. So you visualize yourself as your own Yidam deity, and from your heart palace radiate brilliant light. From this light radiate countless beautiful white goddesses. Their name is Metoma. Metoma means actually flower. So each holds meto means flower. Metoma is the person or goddess who hold the flower. So that's where each holds beautiful flowers like mandara flowers. The goddesses and the flowers fill all of space, and the goddesses offer the flowers to the Buddha's eyes unceasingly, and so forth. I already told you. So let us visualize for a little while. Okay. The third visualization, I told you there are 22 visualizations, right? The third visualization is to again visualize yourself as your Yadam deity. From your heart center radiates a yellow light. From that light appears the incense goddess Dokpuma. Usually said Dokpu, right? Dupan. So with incense holders in their hands, the incense is burned by the fire of wisdom and emits wonderful fragrance such as special sandalwood and so on that filled the Buddha fields and the whole universe until the end of samsara. These fragrances are offered to all the Buddha's nostrils. The essence is the Buddha's wisdom. And it purifies the ignorance and non-virtues of ordinary beings who smell it and sets them on the path to liberation. There are three aspects of offering incense. First is how the incense arises. Second is how to offer it. And third is the benefit from offering it. According to the Sutaras, Shakyamuni Buddha, Shakyamuni, the Buddha of this eon, committed to bodhicitta and created countless merit by offering incense to the previous Buddhas in his past lives. Because of these, fragrances arise naturally in this eon. According to the Vajrayana, our Vajra body has 5 essential organs. Through interdependence, there are 5 corresponding medicinal essence in the outer world. Natural fragrances and incense arise from these 5 medicinal essence. The 5 organs are the heart, lungs, liver, spleen, and kidneys. Also in the Vajra body are the white and red bodhicitta essence drops. Their nature is cool. The corresponding medicinal essence is sandal camphor. It has a beautiful fragrance. If the 5 organs are healthy and in balance, then our body will be healthy. If we understand how to correctly mix the fragrances from various medicinal plants, then it can bring great benefit. For example, if we smell the correct mixture of fragrances. It will keep our body in balance and give rise to devotion and samadhi. The Ava Timsaka or flower garland sutara describes a conversation between a merchant's son called Norzang and a merchant called Ubala. Norzang asked Ubala for a Dharma teaching. Ubala said that he didn't know anything about Dharma except how to prepare incense. Norzang asked him what kind of incense he could make. Ubala told him that he knew how to prepare incense that could give rise to relative and ultimate bodhicitta, and that he knew how to give rise to samadhi through preparing incense. He said he also knew how to prepare incense that could cause people to attain the stages of Sharavika, Practical Buddha, and Bodhisattva when they smelled it. He said he could also lead people to liberation through the sounds of conch and drums, and that the fragrance of his incense could make gods, humans, nagas, non-humans, and hungry ghosts happy. Aside from those things, he said he didn't know anything. This story indicates that when you correctly prepare incense, it has these benefits. If you don't know how to prepare incense, then your incense may bring more harm than benefit. For example, in the Nyingma tradition, it is said that preparing blazing pails correctly greatly benefits oneself and others and gives rise to great siddhis. One pail can naturally multiply into many pails. If you don't know how to prepare them, however, they may become routine and cause harm to one who takes them. Musk deer have a gland that can be used to make medicine. If we understand how to make this medicine, it can cure disease from poison, liver and kidney infections, cancer, stroke, coma, liver problems, seizures, heart pains, seizures, heart pains, and other ailments. If you don't know how to correctly use this, however, especially if you burn it means burn the musk deer's gland. The smell can affect the nagas. If you make the nagas unhappy, they may harm you in various ways. So with mundane activities, the first important thing is to understand how to do them correctly. If you just do what you feel like doing, but don't know how to do it correctly, then the result may not be beneficial. For example, if you give water to hummingbirds, it will benefit them if you know how much sugar or other uh, ingredients to add. If you don't know, however, you may end up harming them. They may get sick or die. Similarly, with the Dharma practice, if you do it with the correct knowledge, then it has a great chance to lead to enlightenment and benefit oneself and others. If you don't know how to practice correctly, however, then, as Gampopa said, sometimes the Dharma practice can lead you to the lower realms. Even when we simply make incense, we have to learn how to do it correctly. In particularly, we shouldn't just make it for money. It's an offering to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, so it should be a cause for generating merit. Even when you buy incense for your shrine, you should check what it is made from and so on. Otherwise, it may potentially cause some problems. To learn how to make incense, it is good to read Nagarjuna's instructions on how to prepare it. In this text, it says, for example, that mixing certain ingredients together may cause harm, whereas mixing other ingredients together brings beneficial results. There are many such instructions. Okay. The third aspect is understanding the benefits of offering incense. There are both ultimate and temporary benefits. First is the ultimate benefit. Outer auspicious interdependence is understanding what days to make offerings on, what ingredients to mix together, and so on. Inner auspicious interdependence is visualizing the yellow goddesses as well as the smoke providing the whole universe and the Dharma Dhatu and so on. When this is offered to all the Buddhas in the universe, mother sentient beings are liberated from all afflictive emotions, and especially attachment. The result will occur just as we visualize them. When we offer incense, we say Vajra Dupe Ahong. Vajra means emptiness. Dupe is the appearance. And Ahong is non-duality. We offer the union of all these, and the result is to realizing non-duality. The second is the temporary benefit. When we offer incense, for example, to the medicine Buddha or one's Yidam deity, visualize the deity according to what activity you want to accomplish. For example, for a peaceful activity, offer incense in a round shape. For an activity of increase, visualize the yidam as yellow and offer the incense in the shape of a half circle. For our magnetizing activity, visualize the yidam as red and offer incense in a square shape. For our subjugating activity, visualize the yidam as green and offer incense in the shape of a triangle. If you offer in this way, in this life, your body will always have a pleasing fragrance, and you will have renown and a good reputation. When you become enlightened, your pure land will be provided by a wonderful fragrance, and gods and goddesses will offer you fine fragrances. Okay, so now we will visualize third visualization. So I remind you briefly again. You visualize you are as Yidam deity just instantaneously. In the Vajakulaya text, we have as a fish jump from the water. Same like you suddenly instantaneously visualize as your Yidam deity, and then from your heart radiate yellow light. And from this light appears incense goddesses named Dukpuma. Dukpu means name of incense. Ma means goddess. But there is not only one goddess. From your heart chakra radiate yellow light. From this yellow light again radiate the thousands of light. From this top of light, then you visualize the radiate thousands of dukbima, and then they offer incense in the 10 directions and all the pure lands of the Buddhas. Okay. Okay. Perhaps you think, oh, the visualization is just imaginary or imaging. So it's better to buy an incense and burn it and offer. That is much better than visualization. Perhaps maybe you think like that. Right now we are doing this is we call Samhita Badara's offering. Samhita Badara offering. That means we multiple our offerings fill to the brim whole universe and all pure lines. If we buy incense, maybe we can burn only single. But then there's this is an okay. But the differences are, if we buy incense and offer, this is actually wonderful. But this is wonderful or not, there are this is related with many things. If you buy incense, and at that time, if you are regret because you spend money, right? Then you mixed no virtue with that, and you use this incense, burn this incense for show out for to the people. Oh, I offer this, I made smart something to show others. And then at that time, the merit will the power of merit will decrease. So there are many ways. It's very possible. However, this is a conditioned virtue. So very possible to mix many kind of mundane thoughts. But right now we visualize at that time our mind process to offer. That's where our mind already pure. That's where it has a great merit, and then we cannot show it out to people. I offer this smart, this wonderful, do something like that. And so then but there's one thing still remain, that is fixation. It's very possible we fixate on there. So but there are different layers, so slowly we can progress over visualizate with non-conceptual or through non-duality. And then another thing I have to clarify for you is that the incense, we have to know correctly, have to practice and offering. I mentioned to you this part. So this is a how to say, if we can do it correctly, then it has a great result. This is the how to say, the law of nature. For example, we drive car, we understand exactly law, rules and regulations, and then police cannot give us a ticket, and because we know exactly, and then we do exactly that. Not only knows, but we do it. So especially we are going to engage mindfulness. This is very important. When we visualization or whatever we practice mindfulness, it's same thing. Mundane activities, sometimes we drive so fastly, and then police say give ticket. So that moment we forget to watch the speed limit and so on. So that's where momentarily we forget. That means then we are not engaged mindfulness. So it's same like that way. And but until now you offer the incense and whatever flowers that these offers, you don't regret about that. this is not smart. Oh, I did probably wrong, probably made a mistakes. This is don't think about that like that. If you regret about this, and this is also a cause of reduce your merit. As I mentioned recently, the reducing cause has four things. One among them, if you are one is that if you regret your virtues, then it will reduce your merit. So don't. But today you know, right? Until now, sometimes it says, if I don't see, if I don't hear, if I don't know, these three things are beyond the law of kings. It is generally people say it. So, however, until now we don't know. But today we discussed on this Serkhangma commentary, and we understand a little bit. So, in the future, when you buy incense, if you don't have money, then no more money, and then it's okay. It's okay if you can buy very simple incense because of your money. Then you buy it, you offer it. It has great benefit actually. In the previous lives, someone offered to the Buddha like sand. They offered the sand, and then they get great merit. So they got great merit. Similar in the same way, right now, if you have no more money to buy incense, or for example, incense, and then you just cheaper one, you buy cheaper one and offer. But if you have little money to buy good incense, good means you read in the box what they mixed, what kind of better one, pretty nice one. You buy nice one, and then also pretty much a perfect one, which made from some good kind of a monastery, or it comes from good how to say, it's the factory or Victoria, I don't know. It's Victoria, right? Factory who made some incense. So you little check background, So if uh, you buy nice one, then that makes great merit. And then if you don't have to buy, don't have money to buy, don't worry. You visualize, as right now we did momentarily. So this is very important, especially in the according to the new Vajrayana. There are four yogas: Kriya, Kriya, Kriya Tantara, Charya Tantara. Those practices are very much related, clean, pure, nicely arrangement. These are very important. But then if your realization is very higher, very reached a very higher level, then at that time is the kind of your realization is reached. Your realization is kind of Anuttara yoga and so on. Then something clean or unclean, pure or impure, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. In the Zopa Chimbo said, in the union of the sun and the moon, Sutara, Tantara, it says that we should practice as a conduct as a honey being, which means whatever good or bad, right or wrong, everything we should one taste, salty or sweet. So if we are rich in this level, and then okay. So, but this depending understand by oneself. If one not reach on these higher realizations, then we try to make best as much as possible, because we are very much related merit. If we have merit, and then we accomplish our mundane goals, of course we will accomplish the uh, the how to say, common city and uncommon cities. Uh, so we, but sometimes we made like that. It's very possible. We should be mindful. Okay, we offer to the Buddha, then doesn't matter. We don't care. Almost actually is we reach on the one test in the four stages of Mahamudra. We have first is one single pointed, third is one test, right? One test. But when ourselves is then when we are ready to wearing some clothes, or when we are ready to eat something, at that time we have a very strong dualistic perception. Oh, I cannot eat this, I cannot eat that, I cannot eat that, I cannot wearing this, I cannot wearing that. When it's related to oneself, and we are ready to offer something, we can do everything, don't worry, something like that. So usually we offer these things to the yidams and gurus and Buddhas. It does not mean they need it. It means we purify and we should become like them. So they accumulated two merits. That's where they have everything. For example, longevity. We say long life. If we can stay in this world 100 years, we say, wow, this long life. But Dharmakaya is infinite. Dharmakaya has Dharmakaya is deathless because birthless. So it's we have to looking oneself, right? We have to look oneself. If, for example, if I need good clothes, I need clean bowls, I need a good taste and good things, and then we offer good things to the Yadam deities and to the jewels and our guru. So this is very important. It's even we think this in this there's a say bring oneself as example and then act same like that for others. So if you have a kind of a dualistic perception, and then if you have a dualistic perception with clothes, your clothes, then almost for sure you have dualistic perception between the Yadam deity and you. Between Yadam deity and you. Between Yadam deity and you have dualistic perception, then whenever you offer them nicely, pure, clean. These are very important. So in the future, but we cannot do perfectly everything, but we try to best. That's always we should keep in our mind. And then if we we offer through visualization, then everything will be perfect. We visualize oneself as a Yadam deity. From one's heart chakra radiate light, from there radiate gouds, and then we offer them to the Yadam deities. So why we visualize goddesses? Why we don't directly offer through the light? Perhaps you have that question. So this means goddesses are in the reality wisdom. So when we pour water into the water, when pouring water into the water, while pouring the water into the water, then they are immediately mixed, become almost like a non-duality. That is natural interdependence. If we pull the stones in the water, it cannot mix. So kind of this way, there are little differences. So, yeah. And then we will recite the root text of Serkhangma Prayer. And during that time, please you focus in the meaning. And the best thing is recite it with the bodhicitta. Thank you so much.
I gaze upon the Supreme, self-arisen Lama, seated on the immutable, spontaneously established throne, here in the mandala of primordially pure mind, as it is in the supreme palace of all victorious ones of our three times. I gaze upon the Supreme Lama, who is meaningful to behold. The instant I behold that great bliss of Dharmadhatu, I cross the vast ocean of samsara and arrive at the blissful, pure ground. With the eye of wisdom, I gaze unwaveringly upon the Lama, the victorious hero in the battle. Just by remembering that refuge, all afflicting emotions, thoughts, and the hordes of maras are defeated. In your body, the victorious ones of the three times of all 10 directions appear together with their offspring. With joy, I gaze upon your body adorned with all the major and minor marks, seated on the throne of fearlessness, lotus, sun, and moon. 3 kayas, nature of the mind, Vajradhara, you are inseparable from great bliss. Bowing down to you with innumerable bodies, like cloud banks yearning with a full voice, I prostrate and go for refuge. Your body, the nature of precious bodhicitta, is inseparable from all the victorious ones of the three times. Thus, all Buddha fields are permeated by your body, and within your body, all Buddha fields appear. I bow down to the glorious one. With your flawless, melodious speech, like an ocean of ambrosia, you show all phenomena to be unborn, thereby defeating the Mount Meru of views. I prostrate to your unhindered Vajra speech. In the mandala of immutable mind beyond thought, you never move from the equanimity state of Dharmadhatu, yet you hold the wisdom power of knowing the three times. I prostrate to the spontaneously established non-duality. Even if expressed during all oceans of kalpas by all the victorious ones without exception, the qualities of your body, speech, and mind would not be completed. I prostrate to you who possesses limitless qualities. Until the ocean of samsara is exhausted, you perform the supreme activities that ripen all sentient beings. I prostrate to you, the Lama, who is the manifold, effortlessly arising, unceasing, supreme refuge. Oceans of emanated offerings to you delight the victorious ones and ripen all sentient beings. Having completely filled the Dharmadhatu, I make this unsurpassed offering unceasingly. From the heart palace of the great being radiates the light of immeasurable bodhicitta. Thus in all the pure lands of the 10 directions, innumerable beautiful offering goddesses manifest holding water, flowers, incense, lamps, supreme scents, and food. From the cloud banks of offerings, rain falls, delighting the victorious ones of the 3 times, thereby filling the spheres of realms. I make offerings to the victorious ones of the 3 times. Light radiates once more from the body of the victorious one, manifesting parasols, victory banners, draped banners, canopies, musical instruments, garments, precious jewels, medicine, and grains. I offer ocean-like cloud banks of these manifold offerings. The 7 precious royal attributes, like the wheel, the 7 subsidiary ones, like the mansion, the auspicious substances, the substances of the siddhis, and so on, have arisen from the 2 accumulations. Please accept these offerings. Furthermore, I behold in my mind and offer to the Protector all offerings throughout the limitless pure lands of the victorious ones, that belong to an owner and do not belong to an owner, and all that is worthy to be offered. I offer all pure lands of the victorious ones of the 3 times, which are the very pure mandalas of the 3 kayas, completely filled with flawless prosperity. Please accept these offerings, you, the Lord of Compassion. To you, Protector, I offer my body, speech, and mind, all wealth equal to space without exception, and all the virtues accumulated in the 3 times. Out of compassion, please accept these for the benefit of all sentient beings. By seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and recollecting the Vajra goddesses of form, sound, odor, taste, and tangible objects, the 3 obscurations are purified. I offer the goddess of appealing objects to you. Please accept them, Immaculate Victorious Lord. The Vajra goddess of body, nature of form, is the supreme goddess of fully purified ignorance. I merge her with the eyes of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of mind, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified hatred. I merge her with the ears of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of qualities, nature of odor, is the supreme goddess of fully purified arrogance. I merge her with the nose of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of speech, nature of taste, is the supreme goddess of fully purified desire. I merge her with the tongue of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of activity, nature of tangible objects, is the supreme goddess of fully purified jealousy. I merge her with the body of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of primordial emptiness of all phenomena, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified mind. As it is, I merge her with the mind of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. I offer means and wisdom inseparable, the Supreme Victorious One, the 5 families with consorts, the assemblies of Viras and Dakinis, and the Buddhas filling the limitless sky. Please accept this great bliss. From the equality of all phenomena, the ocean-like samadhi, oceans of unwavering manifestations arise and guide all beings. please accept the assemblies of the victorious offspring, the bodhisattvas who rule all Buddha fields. The ones of great fierceness, wrathful out of immeasurable compassion, show grinding teeth and fierce faces on their posing bodies. Please accept these wrathful, victorious ones of primordial wisdom, who defeat the hordes of Maras by the roar of Hum and Pet. All manifold clouds of outer, inner, and secret offerings are offered in this vast mandala of Samantabhadra's mind, within the mode of abiding, of unchanging non-duality. The unsurpassed offering of suchness is offered. All phenomena are primally and completely pure mind as it is. Within that, whatever confusion, dualistic appearance of oneself and others, distinction of good and bad, hatred and attachment there might be, each and everything I confess, may it be purified within that state. With a happy mind, I rejoice in all virtues of all the victorious ones of the three times, of the assemblies of the superior ones, of the unceasing wheel of the two accumulations, and of sentient beings. I beseech you, protectors in the worlds of the 10 directions, by completely turning the wheel of stainless Dharma with the sound of the ocean-like branches of melodious speech, please ripen all sentient beings without exception. I beseech you, protectors who abide through all realms, please do not pass into nirvana until the exhaustion of the dhatu of space. Rather, fulfill your commitments by abiding permanently. May all sentient beings be established in the unsurpassed, supreme state by this virtue, by the virtues accumulated in the three times throughout all samsara and nirvana, and by the undefiled innate virtue. By the light rays of immeasurable great compassion from the palace of body, speech, and mind of the victorious one, please purify my body, speech, and mind, and thus transform it into your body, speech, and mind. Protector, as you made offerings and delighted the sublime Lama, likewise may I always offer ocean-like clouds of offerings and delight you. May I follow in your footsteps. May I perform limitless activities that do not even waver a hair's tip with respect to the liberation of your body, speech, and mind. May I be renowned in the three worlds. Thus may anybody, just by hearing my name or remembering me, be completely liberated from the tormenting suffering and attain the state of great bliss of the victorious ones. May I turn into any form equal to the expanse of sentient beings, taming them according to their needs. Thereupon may they take refuge joyfully and be established in the unsurpassed supreme awakening. Those ones who are oppressed with shrouds of ignorance, who lost the path, who are threatened by afflicting emotions, such as the henchmen of the Lord of Death, may they helplessly remember me and instantly find the supreme path. Becoming the inexhaustible wheel of ornamentation, which is body, speech, and mind of all victorious ones of the three times, may I completely dry out the ocean of samsara and establish all sentient beings in the unsurpassed supreme state. In all my lives may I never be separated from the authentic Lama and enjoy the glories of the Dharma, by completely perfecting the qualities of bhumis and paths. May I swiftly attain the state of Vajradhara.
Chancho Zenjo Remboje Maje Bananje ne konde bevajo.
May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise where it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you so much, you all.